Prologue. Meraude. Rage was today's companion. The circle had been extinct for nigh 30 years, yet the Mage Queen found herself looking over her shoulder, wondering when the awful men, the elders, would come for her. Perhaps it was insanity that drove her to take the measures she had in order to prevent the impossible or the inevitable. Or perhaps it was genius. Armed women flanked her day and night, and they were paid well to do so. These sisters-at-arms were rotated 6 times a day, and spies, women spies, brought whispers of schemes and plans, which were immediately and mercilessly dealt with. All doors bore 6 locks and 6 bolts, and the keys were kept by one trusted advisor and the Mage Queen herself. Every lock, every bolt, every window was checked 6 times a day by 6 sets of 6 trusted women who were rotated. No one, however, was allowed inside the Mage Queen's chambers, not to clean, not to bring food or counsel, or whatever might be required. The Mage Queen alone held the keys, 3 of which she wore around her neck on a silver chain. The keys were heavy and cumbersome inside her blouse, and jerkin, perhaps, but she hid the bulk with her mane of black hair, which her advisor had begun to suggest she might wish to cut, for security reasons. The 2 children were moving south, out of her sight, but not out of her mind. Pawns on a board, that's what they were. They would find the summoner, free him from the nymphs, and send him on his way. Or they could betray me, she thought, her hands shaking inside her sleeves. So much could go wrong. The children could betray her. The summoner could be smarter than she had anticipated, and take the Questing Goblet for himself. And Lord Dewhurst might decide to work for himself as well. She would kill the 4 of them when they had played their part in her plan. But how long must she wait? She soaked a slice of bread in her lentil soup, watching as the firm loaf became soggy and red. Her cupbearer had tested the food in her presence moments before, but the girl had been acting strangely as of late. Perhaps she has been corrupted. The Mage Queen would have her questioned and executed later. The thought of one of her sisters-at-arms betraying her caused the mage to lose focus and break the bowl into shards in her lily-white hands. She cursed and sent the remains scattering across the floor. Her lovely linen trousers were ruined. Calm yourself, she thought, before taking a few deep gulps of air. If she could not maintain control of her emotions, the circle would win. It seemed as though they had been winning a lot lately. Men had been sighted outside of the breeding grounds, naked yet armed. They had been swiftly dealt with by the sisters and volunteer mothers. The Mage Queen moved to the window and recited the only words that would comfort her inner turmoil. They all will burn, she said it again, her promise. Every last one.